What if I told you that for thousands of years, humans have believed angels were not just messengers, but gatekeepers of wealth, destiny, and hidden knowledge? What if angels were not found in heaven, but activated through consciousness? And what if the reason most people stay poor, lost, and spiritually empty is not because they lack money, but because they never learned how to align with higher forces? Tonight, we're not talking about religion. We're talking about power. Since ancient times, people have believed that the universe is not random. That behind every event, every opportunity, every breakthrough, there are intelligent forces guiding reality. Different cultures gave them different names: angels, spirits, guardians, guides, ancestors. But the idea was always the same. There is a higher system, and some people learn how to access it. In religious texts, angels are described as messengers of God, protectors of humans, bringers of wisdom, controllers of cosmic laws. But in esoteric traditions, angels represent something deeper. They represent principles. For example, an angel of wealth is not a winged being throwing money. It represents alignment with discipline, clarity, opportunity, and action. An angel of protection is not a ghost shielding you. It represents awareness, boundaries, and foresight. An angel of wisdom is not a voice in the sky. It is your ability to see reality clearly, without illusion. In other words, angels are not beings you control. They are states you enter. And this is where the real secret begins. Most people wait for miracles, but miracles respond to preparation. Most people pray for money, but money responds to structure. Most people want divine help, but divine systems respond to order. Every ancient summoning ritual followed the same pattern: silence, focus, symbolism, isolation, repetition, visualization. Not because angels need it, but because the mind does. These practices were never about calling something external. They were about reprogramming the human mind. When someone believes they are connecting with higher forces, three things happen. 1. Their attention sharpens. 2. Their behavior becomes disciplined. 3. Their identity shifts. And identity is everything. Because money does not flow to people who want wealth. It flows to people who operate like wealth is normal. Spiritual growth does not happen to people who hope. It happens to people who build internal order. This is why some people seem lucky, why opportunities find them, why mentors appear, why doors open. It's not angels, it's alignment. They think differently, they move differently, they respond differently, so the world responds differently. Ancient mystics understood this. They dressed it in language of angels and spirits because people don't change for logic, they change for meaning. So they created systems that felt sacred, important, cosmic, not to deceive, but to activate belief. Because belief is the engine of reality. If you believe you are supported, you take risks. If you believe you are guided, you pay attention. If you believe you are chosen, you act. And action is the real ritual. The problem today is that most people want results without transformation. They want angels to fix their finances, their relationships, their confusion, their lack of purpose. But higher systems don't respond to desperation. They respond to structure. In spiritual terms, this is called alignment. In psychology, it's called identity. In business, it's called mindset. Different words, same principle. You don't summon help. You become the type of person help finds. That is the real angelic law. Every culture knew this. That's why initiation rituals existed, why monks isolated themselves, why shamans fasted, why prophets went into the desert, not to impress gods, but to rebuild themselves, to shed old identities, to become someone new. And when someone becomes someone new, the world reacts. Opportunities feel like miracles, connections feel divine, breakthroughs feel guided. But it was never external. It was internal alignment meeting external reality. This is why chasing money alone never works, because money is not a resource, it's a signal. It signals value, skill, trust, utility, positioning. And angels, in symbolic language, are simply the forces that move these signals. In modern terms, algorithms, markets, trends, human behavior, timing. If you understand them, you look magical. If you don't, you look unlucky. So the ancient question was never, how do I summon angels? The real question was, how do I become aligned with higher systems? And higher systems always demand the same thing: discipline over desire, awareness over emotion, responsibility over fantasy, structure over chaos. That is the true summoning. Not candles, not circles, not secret names, but identity shift. Because once your identity changes, everything changes. The way you see money, the way you speak, the way you choose, the way you tolerate, the way you move. And people call it divine, but it's just alignment. Here is the truth nobody likes to hear. There is no angel that will save you from yourself. There is no spirit that will replace your discipline. There is no ritual that will bypass your responsibility. But there are higher systems that respond when you evolve. Call them angels. Call them laws. Call them forces. Call them consciousness. The name doesn't matter. What matters is this: you don't summon help by asking. You summon help by becoming. Becoming focused, becoming structured, becoming valuable, becoming aware, becoming disciplined. That is how angels actually appear in people's lives. Not as beings with wings, but as opportunities, mentors, timing, ideas, breakthroughs. And the people who understand this never call it luck. They call it alignment. So if you want to learn more about how ancient spiritual systems actually worked, not fantasy rituals, but real principles behind alignment, discipline, and higher consciousness, click the link in the description. Not to summon angels, but to learn how to become the kind of person angels would respond to. Because the real power was never in the ritual. It was always in you.